Ever found yourself staring at your phone, willing a payment to appear? We've all been there, right? Waiting for that paycheck, that refund, that loan from your mate, and the suspense can be killer. Especially when you're banking with a digital-first platform like Monzo. So, the burning question is, how early does Monzo actually show incoming payments? Is it the stroke of midnight? The crack of dawn? Or do they keep you hanging on until the very last minute? That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to dissect everything you need to know about Monzo's payment processing, from how it works to the factors that can affect when you see those funds land in your account. We'll explore the different types of payments, the typical timelines, and even some sneaky tips and tricks to potentially see your money a little earlier. Because let's face it, who doesn't love getting paid early? Now, before we get started, it's important to understand that Monzo, like any bank, operates within the framework of the banking system. They're not magicians who can conjure money out of thin air. They rely on other banks and payment processors to transfer funds, and these systems have their own rules and timings. So, while Monzo might offer a super slick interface and lightning-fast notifications, they're still subject to the same underlying infrastructure. Let's talk about the different types of payments you might receive. The most common one is your salary. Most employers use the BACS system for payroll, which typically takes 3 working days to clear. This means that even if your employer sends the payment on Monday, it might not show up in your Monzo account until Wednesday. However, and this is a big however, Monzo often shows these pending payments before they officially clear. This is what we're really interested in, right? Seeing that little glimmer of hope, that incoming payment notification, can be a real mood booster. So, how early can you expect to see that notification? Well, it varies. There's no magic bullet answer. It depends on a few things. Firstly, it depends on when your employer sends the payment. If they send it early in the morning, you're more likely to see it sooner. If they send it late in the afternoon, you might have to wait a bit longer. Secondly, it depends on the specific BACS processing cycle. BACS payments are processed in batches throughout the day, and your payment needs to be included in one of these batches to be visible. Now, here's where things get interesting. Monzo, like some other banks, often provides an early salary feature. This means that if your employer uses a specific faster payment scheme, Monzo might actually credit your account with the funds before they officially clear through BACS. This is a huge perk, as it can give you access to your money up to a day earlier than usual. However, it's important to note that this isn't guaranteed. It depends on your employer's payroll system and whether they participate in this faster payment scheme. Beyond salaries, let's consider other types of payments. Faster payments, as the name suggests, are usually much quicker than BACS. If you're receiving money from a friend or family member via faster payments, you can often expect it to arrive within minutes, sometimes even seconds. And Monzo is usually pretty good at showing these payments almost instantly. You'll get a notification as soon as the sender initiates the transfer, and the funds should be available in your account shortly thereafter. Then there are things like refunds and other ad hoc payments. These can vary in timing depending on the sender and the payment method used. Sometimes they might arrive quickly, sometimes they might take a few days. Again, Monzo will usually notify you as soon as they receive information about an incoming payment, even if it's still pending. So, to summarize, how early does Monzo show incoming payments? It depends. For BACS payments like salaries, you might see a pending notification up to a day or even 2 days before the official clearing date, especially if your employer uses the faster payment scheme. For faster payments, you can usually expect to see the funds almost instantly. And for other types of payments, it varies depending on the sender and the payment method. Now, here are a few tips and tricks that might help you see your money a little earlier. First, talk to your employer's payroll department. Find out when they typically send out salaries and whether they participate in any faster payment schemes. This information can give you a better idea of when to expect your payment. Second, keep an eye on your Monzo app. Even if a payment is still pending, you might see a notification or a transaction listed in your upcoming payments section. This can give you a heads up that the money is on its way. Third, if you're expecting a faster payment, remind the sender to use that method if possible, as it's the fastest way to transfer funds. One thing to keep in mind is that pending payments aren't always guaranteed. While Monzo usually does a good job of showing incoming payments, there's always a small chance that a payment might be delayed or even canceled. So, don't go spending money you don't officially have yet. Wait until the funds have cleared and are available in your account before you start making any big purchases. Finally, remember that Monzo's customer support is always there to help. If you have any questions about a specific payment or if you're experiencing any issues, don't hesitate to reach out to them. They're usually very responsive and can provide you with more information about your specific situation. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.